with Long Distance Gamers, and today I am going to be playing a solo playthrough of Tales of Arthurian Knights. So I will go ahead and get started. We'll go through a little bit about what changes there were or what I did for setup, and we will go from there. So here we have setup. I do have the standee, which does allow you to see the numbers, but I really like miniatures, so we're gonna see if this is too annoying or not. Basically, I started with 6, chose 3, so I have Wisdom, Piety, and Enduring Hardship. And then my starting quest is Bandits in the Mountains. Ruthless bandits play the Cambrian Hills. So I placed your quest markers on every mountain in the region of Cambria. So this is Cambria. And these are the mountains. So I put 1, and then I have a 1 here, because you can have up to 2 quests at a time. We start with 0 for Destiny, Romance, and Villainy, which means our movements will be 3. This does have a nice player turn, end of age, end of game progression, which is really nice. We have 4 rounds in every age. So this starts here. I am trying to beat it on easy. So there's 35 destiny markers here. I have to get all of these. If I go over that, I do have some over here. But if I don't grab all of these, I don't win the game. Actually, I might move these here. Yeah, let's move those there. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So my movement can be 3. I do start in Camelot. I don't know if I want to do one of my encounters already. I will just come 1, 2, 3 over to this town, Carleon. That's a 1. So you just grab an encounter card. So it's a giant. So this is a creature of some sort. So I have to grab a feature. So we have a Desperate Giant. Oh, crap. Before we even start the game, we do read 1000 over here, which will be the setting of the story. So King Arthur Pendragon, the Lord of the 100 Kings spanning Logres, Scotland, Ireland, and Brittany, stands at the head of the Round Table. "My noble lords and lady," he says after the pause of admiration, "I challenge you to go forth and ride until you have found adventure befitting your legend. For all that surround us, this castle, these pennants, these magnificent swords and armor, and yeah, even this sturdy table, will fade from this earth. But one thing will survive, the tales that will be told of us after we are gone. Therefore, you have only one mission as a member of this table, to seek adventure and renown so that the world will always remember us and all that we have accomplished. Each of Arthur's chief knights stand at once without further leave-taking and call for horse. Into the dark night they ride, eager to discover paths of greatness throughout the realm of Arthur and beyond." So that story is the same every time you play, because it is the start of it. But kind of a nice setting. So we are going out to make some stories. So now I will have moved here. And now we get the Desperate Giant. So we're going to read 1920. Bring the book back. Okay. 1920. Okay. "A giant is stretched out across the road like a hill newly sprung from the earth, so still and silent that small birds have settled upon the massive curve of his ear. The colossal blocks, almost all passive, save for preservation path through the wilds, through which you surmise he dragged himself on hand and knees. You wonder for a moment what made him desperate enough to crawl here from his home. Then you see a bloody stain on his side and hear the baying of dogs in the distance. The giant cracks open a massive eye. 'Hunters,' he wheezes. 'Prithee, help me.' So we may either assist the giants or we could speak to the hunters. I have Wisdom, Piety, and Enduring Hardship. You know what? Let's just assist the giant. So we'll go to 1500. 1500. Okay, through the giants, humans bear each other scant affection. You say, keeping your distance despite your calming tone. It's a pity to see so prodigious a creature laid low. I will assist you if I can. The giant looks at you with tired acceptance. His breathing is labored as he waits for your next move. You may use piety to heal the giant's wounds, or may use hunting to locate and fend off his pursuers. I don't have hunting, so we'll definitely try piety. So we have a piety of 4, so I need to essentially roll a 3 or higher. Okay, so 3 plus 1 is 4. So that is a success. You lay your hands upon the giant and pray for his deliverance. The pain leaves the giant's features and his breathing steadies. With effort, he stands towering above you. You hear the bay hounds again, closer this time. Go now, you tell the giant. Rest in safety and think twice before incurring the villagers' wrath again. The giant glowers at you. Glowers at you? Then limps off, leaving you to continue along the newly cleared road. So I gained 2 destiny. So woohoo! Got some destiny. And, I lost my place. And 2 ranks of divinity. So this will go up twice. So we're 1 step away from, now it's whichever one is highest over here. So if this is over here, this is the highest one, we would then get to move 4. But we still only move 3. Okay, but that's it for the Desperate Giants. Okay. Oop. And that was round 1, so we will go to round 2. I will go ahead and move over to here. Ooh, 'cause these are 3. Those are going to be hard to do. I might swing over here to this 2 before coming up. I don't know. We shall see. Okay. So we're going to have a new encounter. So a Ruthless Brigand. So this one will come over to here. And it'll matter what space we're on. So we're on a mountain. So we're going to read 2231. 2231. Okay. As you and your retinue make your way through the wooded section of the mountains, you find your path obstructed by a deep chasm. Not far away, you spy a rock formation that spans the divide, creating a natural bridge. As you approach the near side of the bridge, however, several rough-looking men emerge from the trees. Ooh. Calling merrily to another and obstructing your path. Their leader, a remarkably lanky fellow, holds up his hand and informs you that he and his men exact a toll from travelers who wish to cross the bridge. We don't mean you any harm, strangers, he says earnestly. But we're down on our luck, and we've got mouths to feed, so pay up or you'll have to take it out of your hides. As you look around, you see that your party has been surrounded, so turning back is not an option. So we may attack the highwaymen, or we may convince the highwaymen to end their pillaging. Ooh, so I have wisdom and piety. I have nothing for attacking. I have no martial skills, so I think that would be a little hard. So I think we're going to try to convince them to end their pillaging. So 1967. 1967. So there are these, like there's this little dash line. You try not to read past it. In a multiplayer game, someone else would be reading this, so there'd be no chance. Solo, well, yeah. You play the part of villains, you say, but I look into your eyes and see desperation, not wickedness. The rogues look pensive as they do. You may use piety or honor to convince the brigands to change your way. So I have piety, so we'll definitely try piety. So I rolled 4 plus 1, 5. We needed 2 plus 1, so we needed 3. We passed. You currently walk the path of damnation, you warned them, but Scripture teaches us that sinners may repent, amend their ways, and be forgiven. Turn aside from your corrupt path, and we will in turn shall pray for your future prosperity. As your words, the highwaymen look bold, abashed, and hopeful. Thanking you for your pious counsel, they wave you through, promising to return home and reconsider their present vocation. So we gain destiny equal to the location number. So we gain 1 destiny. And 1 spiritual skill of my choice. So I could choose to get 1 magic, or I could choose to up 1. Piety's been doing good for us. So I think we're going to make a piety a +2. Just to see what that does. And we gain 1 rank of divinity. So we get to move 4 spaces. We are apparently very religious in this game now. Okay, but then we get to remove that off. When you reach an encounter, have a standard encounter, and then remove your quest smoker. When all 3 have been removed, the bandits are overthrown. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move over to this 2. Because I just am really nervous about trying a 3. Okay. So, we have some abandoned ruins. Oh. And I forgot to move this forward. We are almost through the first stage. And I am nowhere near completing this. Oof. Maybe I should try more. Nope. I'm going to trust my instincts. So we're in a forest space. So we're going to be reading 2221. 2221. As you push your way through the forest, you spy an abandoned fortress lying in ruins. The wind in the air makes a whispering noise, like a voice calling out to your past. Moments later, you see a majestic eagle fly from the roof on the fortress and perch on top of a rock in the distance behind you. Its eyes focus narrowly on you. So, we could either enter the abandoned fortress or approach the majestic eagle. I kind of want to know what this eagle is all about. But man, abandoned ruins, we could find such treasure there maybe. I do have enduring hardship, but I don't have any. Maybe the majestic eagle will be, happy with my piety. So we'll try them. So we'll go 1330. 1330. Okay, I went a little too far. 1330. The eagle cranes its neck on its side, and you sense that it is wanting to communicate with you. We could use hunting to capture the mysterious eagle, or you may use nature lore to conversate with it. Well, don't have either of those, but we'll try to conversate. So, awesome. I think we're okay. So, nature lore. You bow in respect, and the eagle does likewise. Do you know what I represent? He asks. I am the spirit of the King of Britain. Avoid this place that you have found. It was once an outpost of Uther Pendragon, the father of King Arthur. It is a sad place, offering nothing but woe. Let me instead relate a tale that will suit you better. After telling you a story that reveals a challenging quest, the eagle spreads its wings and soars regally into the sky. So we get to gain 2 destiny. We gain 1 wilderness of our choice. I think I'm going to go ahead and do natural lore. That would have come in handy. I get to draw 1 quest card and place 1 destiny point on top of it. You will earn a bonus destiny if you complete this new quest. Okay, so our new quest will be the strange bed. You hear the bed that slays you who dare sleep in it, besetting the victims with flaming spheres and bolts of lightning. Okay, so have another player choose a region. So no other player, so there's this. So its region is this area. And then you place your quest marker on any city in that region. So this one's in that city. So we'll go there. When you reach that city, you may attempt to stay the entire night by using piety to protect you from the evil enchantments, or cunning to evade dangers. Well, good thing I've been working on piety. Okay. We need some more space. Okay. If you fail, become wounded and place one of your plus quest markers on that card. Okay, well, at least that would make it easier to get it. But I think we need to beef ourselves up a little bit more before we try it. Okay. But yeah, but this would tell you region, terrain, city, lost and sore, sold, or mad would be which ones you do. So I do like that it does have that other player. Okay. So now we're into the last of the early phase. And I feel like I've gotten nothing accomplished. Oh, I need to place a destiny marker on there. Okay, so we're 5 out of 35. Okay, let's go ahead and come up to here and try this. Ooh, we have a maiden, a lost maiden. Maybe we can help her find her way. So we'll go 14, 15. Okay, 14, 15. Okay, you hear shouting and turn to see a merchant approaching. The man, gasping for breath, runs up beside you. "'Tis fortunate that you've come along a night," says. "A young maiden wandered into an overgrown valley up ahead. That place is teeming with brigands, so I shouted after her, but she ignored me and proceeded in. You tell the man that you'll follow her and see that she's safe. You follow several sets of footprints trailing into the valley. Moments later, you step around a thicket and come face to face with the young maiden. A green shawl covers gray padded armor, and she holds an old bow by her side. The lady bows and introduces herself as Matilda. You ask why she's ignored the merchant, and she sighs. "I cannot hear, Dark Knight, but I have learned to observe the lips of others to understand their speech. I did not see or hear your merchant friend, but I would have come here to fight these brigands regardless." Before you can respond, she continues, "I ran from home because my stepfather derides me every day. He scoffs at the idea of a deaf knight and says I'll never amount to anything." Ooh. "So I may either accompany Matilda into the wilderness to face the brigands despite the dangers, or may I escort Matilda home to cope with her stepfather." Ugh. Well, if I had martial skills, I would say let's help her with the brigades, but I don't think we're fit for that. We have wisdom and piety, so that means more go home and help with the stepfather situation. So we'll go 1246. Okay. You may use cunning to deceive Matilda and deliver her to her stepfather, or you may use honor to help her stand up to him. So, I think we're going to go ahead and use honor. Oh, that's a fail. So honor failure. You accompany Matilda to the tavern in her village, and she points to a man sitting at a table with 3 others. "That's him," she says. The man notices Matilda, and he immediately berates her. "So you're back already, are you?" says the stepfather, stepping towards her with malice. "You'll be sorry you ever run out on me." You pushed him back in his seat. "This young woman, whose life has changed stiffly, is brave enough to enter the wilderness to protect the town she loves," you declare. "She yearns to better the world and deserves nothing of your spite." The stepfather spits on his feet. "You're pathetic," he says to her. "You'll never be a knight nor nothing else." The tavern falls silent as you heatedly draw your sword and press it against the man's neck. He looks terrified. "No," says Matilda. "Do not slay him. For all his faults, he does not deserve to die. Father, rise up and return home, and I will go with you." You say nothing as the lady leaves with her crestfallen stepfather from the tavern. You may have taken matters too far, but at least Matilda had a chance to display her true nobility for all to see. So I get to gain honor. Okay. Well, I got something out of that, even though it was a complete fail. And we now go into the next phase. So this will go to... Oh, I left one of those out. Okay, so now we have the final wars of... Oh, wait, nope, that's the wrong one. We have the quest for the Holy Grail. So we will do number 2000. Oh, that does come off at least. It doesn't say I have to be successful, right? Yep, we just have to have a standard encounter. Okay. Ooh. Whoops. I'm already damaging my book. 2000. Wow, this is much further back than I was thinking. Okay. 2000. Every knight of Camelot is invited to celebrate the Feast of Pentecost at the Round Table. Every knight may immediately move to Camelot if they wish. Knights who are imprisoned, lost, smitten, or unhorsed cannot move to Camelot at this time. Yeah, why not? It might get me something cool. And then I'll be able to move there. King Arthur calls for the feast to begin, but his brother Sir Kay rebukes him soundly. My Lord Arthur, he growls. At every high feast you have waited for some adventurers to befall the court before we commence eating. Shall we break with tradition now? You are right, you scold me, Kay, responds Arthur. While they are still speaking, the doors to the hall slam shut. Moments later, a golden chalice covered in a cloth of white summit appears and floats past the assembled knights. As it does, each knight instinctively knows the name of the wondrous artifact. The Holy Grail. Afterwards, the Grail disappears and a feeling of loss settles on every knight in Britain as the world descends into a barren wasteland. Every knight feels the call of the Grail and must respond in a way that guides them. Whether to fathom the mysterious of the Grail, or to protect the ones whom they love in the absence of the Grail, or to rejoice at the departure of the Grail. Every knight scores destiny equal to their highest skill, rank, or their highest rank of renown. Well, I would get 3, or I would get 2. So I will do the renown. Okay. If I can get it off the table, off the board. Where am I at? Okay. After scoring is complete, every knight draws 1 crest card and gains 1 skill of their choice. In addition, every knight who is betrothed has 0 ranks of villainy, gains 1 rank of romance. Afterwards, the first player begins their next turn. Well, I already have 2, so I cannot. So I'm behind because I should have already had this one done, is what it's telling me. Okay. Well, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will be having a king. A amorous king. Ooh, a king that is in love. So, 1005. You cross paths with King Mark of Cornwall, who leads a band of knights in search for his missing wife, Queen Isolde. Sir Dinos, the noble seneschal, tells you that the queen is suspected of treason and has fled with a companion to parts unknown. But there is more to this tale, my friend, suggests Dinos the hushed tone. My lord the king truly loves his bride, but he has been filled with bitterness for some time, and I worry for the safety of my lady if she returns. So, we may reunite King Mark with his beloved queen, or you may help Isolde escape Mark. I want to reunite love, so we'll go 2017. 2017. I shall help you reunite you with your lost queen, my lord, you tell King Mark, to which he responds, if you help me find her, then you shall have an ally in Cornwall for the rest of your days. You may use hunting to track the queen, or you may use wisdom, which we have wisdom. So, we got 6, wisdom 4. Okay, awesome, we passed. You ride with Mark's retinue for some time, and you listen carefully to Sir Dindos and is quietly confiding to you. You can tell that his loyalties lie with the queen far more than with the king, and he even lets slip that he has been sending food and drink from the king's retinue to the queen's nearby campsite. You quickly grab him by the arm and betray the news to King Mark, who is outraged by Dina's betrayal. The sorrowful seneschal reveals where he is sending the provisions, and several Cornish kings set out immediately to pursuit. The king pays you handsomely for your assistance and wishes you luck on your adventure. Gain 2 destiny. 1 courtly skill of my choice. So I could choose cunning, diplomacy, or I could choose to increase honor. I think I'm going to increase my honor. Even though I don't feel like that's a very honorable thing that I just did. And 1 rank of villainy. So yeah, definitely does not feel good what I just did. Okay. Did I grab my 2 destiny? I don't think so. So I got 2 destiny. Okay. Well, that was sad. Okay, we are awful. There's that. But we did just complete the 1. So, and then remove your, when you all 3 markers are removed, the bandits are overthrown. Gain 1 destiny and 1 martial skill of your choice. So you could either be mounted, sword and shield, or warfare. We'll go sword and shield. We'll see what that does. Okay, and starting quest has been completed. Okay, so now I need to come down to here. But I can only move 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think there's any way to get to it in 2 turns even. I could do my call to arms. So I would discard this card to move to any location on the map except Camelot. So I could just do it to move all the way down to here. But I think I'm going to save that for later just in case I come down here and I need to get all the way up to there. Because I can complete it by the end of this phase. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1. Okay. So we'll go 1 in the forest. Okay. Which we are in the forest. So we'll do 23, 23. Okay. 23, 23. 22, 33. So we need 23, 23. Okay, a little bit too far. As you travel through the forest, you hear an arrow whistle past your ear. You raise your shield and spot a female elf knight with fair skin riding on a horseback. So, oh yeah, this is harrowing battlefield. Oh, well, good thing we have sword and shield. Her bow is aimed past you, and you turn to see a dark elf soldier struck by her arrow. Several more arrows come flying at the fair elf knight from other direction, and you realize that you have strayed into an otherworldly battle between the courts of the Lady Fae and the Dark Fae that has spilled into the mortal realm. The mounted elf signals you to follow her as she rides into the thick underbrush. As more arrows fly around you, you behold a dark elf lord in black plate mail, tall and grim, firing his wicked bow at the retreating rider. So, I may join the light elf rider, or I may approach the dark elf lord. I think I'm going to try to join the light elf rider. I don't want to be a complete villain, so we'll go 1948. 1948. You follow the knight, and she leads you through the thickest part of the forest. You avoid volleys of arrows and squads of dark elf soldiers, and then finally arrive at the war tent of Lord Taliesin of the Light Fae. You enter the tent and bow before the Fae King. The resplendent monarch welcomes you, and he explains that the Dark Fae are attempting to destroy these woodlands. They know that the spirit of this forest has opened its heart to the Grail Knights, and that these lands will provide the Knights with a chance to test their spirits, he exclaims. We hope to preserve the sacred wood by driving the Dark Fae back to the other world. So we could either use warfare or piety. I only have piety, so we will go piety. So 5, 6, 7. We needed 3 plus location number of 1. So we needed 4, so we're good. You smile and tell Lord Taliesin that you do not believe that he would have mentioned the trial of the wood if he did not deem you worthy on it. He nods and guides you by secret to the center of the forest, where a great oak towers above you and the battle range is nearby. Taliesin commands you to kneel beside the tree and pray earnestly while the forest searches your soul. and he emphasizes that you must not halt your divine supplication under any circumstances. He swiftly departs, so you kneel, close your eyes, and pray to the heavens. Not long after, you feel an arrow pierce your armored shoulder. But you remain steadfast in your prayer. You are struck by several more arrows, and the pain is excruciating, yet still you press on. After some time, you hear Taliesin commanding you to rise. You stand and discover that you are unharmed, and the battle of the forest has been won. The Fey King congratulates you and confirms that the forest has blessed you for your devotion. Gain Destiny 1 plus location number, so we gain 2 Destiny. Too bad that didn't happen on a 3 or a 4. 1 spiritual skill of your choice. Let's go piety again. Why not? We need piety for this one, right? 2 ranks of divinity. So close to being able to move. Oh wait, I can move 4. Oh wait, no, I think I already knew that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I already knew that. If I would have gotten 1 more, I could have gotten 5 and gotten there. Okay, where are my ads? And then I become blessed. Okay. So that is with these. So we haven't had these yet. So blessed. You grab this card, and you have been sanctified by the divine power. So whenever I roll the die, I can roll twice and take the higher result. Ignore the dice penalties of atoning, beast form, and wounded. If I become accursed, I lose this status. So what happens is I get this token. Starts here. And when I start a round, I then get to move this forward. So I'll basically have it for 3 turns. Okay, so we'll move this forward. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, if we come here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's actually come over here. Maybe we could get a little bit higher. Plus, we have that, so we have more chances. Okay. So we have a rogue. An enchanted rogue. So 1704. 18. 17. 17. Oh, hey, that's where the bookmarks are. We haven't had to use those yet. If you have story token 20, discard the enchanted feature card, draw a new feature card, and then turn to the new encounter number. Otherwise, continue reading, which we do not have that story token. You come upon Sir Borgs and Sir Lionel, 2 brothers of the Knights of the Round Table, sitting at the makeshift camp along the road. They stare with furrowed brows at the animated fellow in strange, colorful garments. Beneath the man's palm bobs an egg floating freely in the air. Ah, welcome, the man cries when he sees you. The egg sways cheerfully. Will you join our little game, he asks. It is quite simple. For each small payment you bestow, I will offer 1 simple sleight of hand. If you can tell me the trick is done, I shall return your cold coin tenfold. You suspect that there may be more than meets the eye to this magician, and his alleged parlor tricks. You may expose the magician's trick as actual works of sorcery, but I don't have magic, so I don't think that. Or I may play along with the magician, even though you suspect that he may be cheating Bors and Lionel. I have wisdom. I do have honor, so maybe that could be part of it. Yeah, let's go ahead and try to expose him. So 1335. 1335. Okay. Lowering his voice and leaning towards you, Sir Bors murmurs, My brother has stared at this egg some good half hour now and has made little progress in regaining his coin. Sir Lionel overhears, flushing, and stands abruptly. Yet I know how this trick is done, he says, inserting his hand between the magician's palm and the egg. There ought to be a hair here, hung from his palm that holds the egg, yet there is none. Cheeks ruddy with frustration, he begins to pace. I may use honor to challenge the stage magician's integrity, or you may employ your own magic to help the brothers win their game. I'm going to have to do honor because I have no magic. So we have a 1 or 2. So we needed honor 3 plus location number. And I scored a 4. And the location is a 3. So, failed that. Honor failure. You tell the magician that it's wrong to deceive good knights. And yet... like this. Yet even as you speak up on your behalf, Sir Lionel scowls at you. His brother claps his shoulder. Perhaps you are being foolish, Sir Bor says. But how can we expect others to trust in our honor as knights if we do not extend the same courtesy to them? You frown. Then nodding, you relax in your chair. The next hour may well be an exercise in misplaced faith. Yet you find yourself enjoying the magician's illusions all the same. And even Sir Lionel, despite his lightened purse, smiles from time to time. Gain honor. Well, at least I increased my honor. Still wouldn't have helped. Okay. So now we move on. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to try a special encounter. You may attempt to stay in bed the entire night by using piety. Oh, which this moved up. So we're going to try piety. So we need to roll at least a 2. Okay. I don't need to re-roll that because nothing can beat a 6. If you succeed, turn to 1239. 1239. So we could do piety or cunning. So we will do piety because that's what the one we did. You have barely laid your head on the pillow when you hear groaning sounds all around you. You close your eyes and pray for protection, sensing that you must keep your eyes tightly shut to avoid being skewered by the barrage of eldritch weapons. As each hour passes, you hear and feel explosions to the room, but you keep your eyes steadfastly clenched and suffer no injury. You are exhausted when you finally open your eyes to behold the morning sun, thankful to have succeeded where all other knights have failed. We gain 3 destiny. And then we also get this one. Move this. Okay. And then we also gain 2 ranks of renown. So I'm going to move this one up 1. Oop. Somehow moved over. And yeah, let's move romance up 1. I'd rather be romance than villainy. Okay. And because I have completed this quest, which we'll just move that over. I don't have any more quests at the moment, so I immediately will grab a new quest, which this is Saxon Raiders. Saxon Raiders revenge the coast of Logres and Scotland. So looks like I'm going to be coming up to here. Place your quest markers on 3 non-adjacent sea locations in the North Sea between Kite and Scotland. Between Kite and Scotland and Caius in Normandy. Okay, so it just has to be non-adjacent. Okay, so we'll do a 3. And a 3. And this 2. Sound good? Sounds good. When you reach each sea location, you may use 1 martial skill of your choice. Okay. 1 plus location number to defeat. So maybe we actually should probably... No, well, we have to do a 3, but maybe we could do 2 and 2. If you fail, place 1 of your plus quest markers on this card. When all 3 markers have been removed, turn to 1109. Okay. That's just an alarm. Okay. That was it for the round, though. Oof. We're going to be struggling. Okay. So now we read The Final Wars of Britain. Which we can go ahead and move that. So we're going to read 3000. So all the way back here. 3000. Every night is sorry. Every knight is summoned to Camelot to discuss the strife of the recently overtaken the land of Britain. Every knight may immediately move to Camelot if they wish. Which, yeah, might as well. An aging King Arthur looks with sorrow upon his assembled knights. He speaks grimly of the enmity that arises among many of his allied kingdoms, especially between Orkney and in Scotland and Benwick in Brittany. Taking advantage of the chaos is Arthur's Sir Mordred, who has accused Queen Guinevere for treason and invited the Saxons to invade Britain to help him overthrow Camelot. Battles rage through Arthur's realm, and every knight must answer the news in their own way, whether by attempting to restore the glory of Camelot, or by preserving the legacy of the good that has all achieved, or by lending a hand themselves in the destruction of the Round Table. Every knight receives one call to arms card. Oh, okay, so that wasn't there yet. Every knight scores destiny equal to the number of individual skills they have possessed that are ranks 3 or higher. So I get 2 destiny. Okay. Plus the number of individuals that are ranked, individual ranks that are 3 or higher. So we get 1 more for our renown. Okay. After scoring is complete, every knight draws 1 crest card and then gain 1 skill of their choice. So we need magic or hunting for this one. So I'll grab magic for my skill of choice. In addition, every knight who is betrothed or has 0 ranks in villainy, which I unfortunately have 1, afterwards the first player begins their next turn. Okay. So, visit to the other world. You hear reports of a mystic gate that has appeared in the wilderness. Have another place your quest marker on any forest. Okay. So, terrain. Is a 3 to 4. Oh. Okay. On any forest. Okay, well, it is in this region, so Brittany or English. So we'll go to, well, they would probably put it on the 6 because that's harder. Okay. So, I have coming up these ways and going there. That one's going to be a really hard one to do, so I think I should start here. So if I go, well, we're here now. So I have 4 chances. So if I move here, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. But then I 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't. So if I go 1, 2, 3... Yeah, if I just move my way this way and then use that card to get there, that's what we'll do. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So when you reach a C location, you may use 1 martial skill of your choice to defeat the raiders and remove the marker. Gain 1 martial skill of your choice. So we'll do that. Okay, so I'm still blessed. Oh, this is my last turn of being blessed. So I got a 3 or a 1. So I got 4. I needed 1 plus location, so I got that. So I got to remove that marker. And then gain 1 martial skill of my choice. So yeah, I'll move up my sword and shield. Okay. Move that down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I'm supposed to put destiny markers on those. Okay. And this is gone, actually. So, why is my wounded on top? I don't know. Blessed. There we go. Okay. So, 2. That's done, so I get to move that up. So we'll go there. And then we'll come over here. I don't think I'm going to meet that destiny requirement. So I got 1 plus 3. So I got 4 to my 2, 3. So barely got that. So yeah, we'll move that one up. We got that complete. When all 3 markers, we get 1109. Okay, 1109. As you turn away the third party of raiders that force them to sail back to the lands from whence they came, you breathe a sigh of relief for all that have saved the people of the coast and the persistent menace of the Saxons. Gain 3 destiny and 1 rank of renown. Okay. Last round of the game, we're going to use this to allow us to move anywhere. We cannot move again. When you reach the location, you may seek the portal using either magic or hunting. So magic. Yes! So we got 7 to the 5. If you succeed, turn to 1, 1, 2, 2. So literally succeeded on my only chance. 1, 1, 2, 2. 1, 1, 2, 2. Magic victory. Yeah, magic's the one that I did. After journeying across the lands of Arthur, you reach the rumored forest. You close your eyes and gesture in a mystic pattern until you hear a faint thrumming sound. When you open your eyes, the gates of the otherworld appears, inviting you to embark on a marvelous adventure. When you return from your otherworldly exploits, you emerge in a new part of the realm. Was I supposed to have pursued? No. So I get to gain 4 destiny. Woohoo! Move to any location on the map, which, because I just completed one, have another in 2 different non-city locations in Scotland. Yeah, I would just... Non-city locations in Scotland. Okay, we'll just move to here. I'll be one of them. And then I lose pursued. But I am 4 destiny points behind. So I did not get this successfully. But that is the end of the game. Let me double check game end. Oh, and actually, because I could choose to move to anywhere, right? I will just move to Camelot, because at the end of the game I get 3 destiny if I'm in Camelot. So getting closer. Then gain destiny equal to the highest rank of renown. So my highest rank is 6. So I actually got 5 more than needed there. Gain destiny equal to the highest skill rank or number of skills equal to 2 or higher. So my highest skill rank is 4, or I could get 1, 2, 3. So I will definitely get the 4. The end of the game, thankfully I got enough. So I got 34 plus 10, so I got 44. So thankfully I did do the simplest, because I think, yeah, 45 would be the knight. So I'm a squire. champion is 50. Definitely not good enough to be playing 50 yet. That is Tales of Arthurian Knights, the solo. Definitely an interesting game. I have to say I'm missing some player interaction. So I think that while it can be played solo, I think this is definitely a multiplayer game that I'll play it that way from now on. But still a really solid game. I really like it. I really like the stories so far. I haven't come across any that are really super weird. There was that one cuss word in that one for the one that you get every time, which, take it or leave it. But definitely enjoyed my play. Look forward to playing this with more people. Gonna see cooperative versus competitive, how that will change the gameplay for that. That's all I can think of to say. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, just remember to have fun, be present, and be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you find value in our content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Let a friend or family member know that we exist. Help us spread our channel and bring remote gaming to a table near you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.